Hi Leo, welcome to your July 2022 general love reading. This is your girl, Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. Guys, I just want to take a quick second to say thank you guys so much for your love, support, patience, and understanding. I have been gone for a while and I got married. I went on my honeymoon, which was fantastic. And then I came back and I got COVID. So it's been a journey. I am okay. I am healing. I am recovering, but that's why I've been gone for so long. So thank you for all the love and support you've been sending me in the meantime. So let's get right on into this. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Leo. This will not resonate with every Leo that watches this message. And because this reading is general, not every single message is going to be for you. So please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that message. And if this reading is not for you at all, Leo, I highly suggest checking out your other signs and different placements. Hi, cross watchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in a Leo. Who wouldn't be? I like to remind Leo and cross watchers that energy is fluid. This simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. So let's get this reading started. I will be using my sound bowl to clear and set the energy as always, so if you are listening to this using headphones or the volume's kind of loud right now, I do suggest turning it down a little bit only for this part because I don't want your ears to hurt. So let's do this. All right, so let's see what's happening in love and romance for my Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, anyone dealing with a Leo. What is happening in the month of July? Whose energy is surrounding Leo at this time? What does Leo need to know? Okay, Leo, we got longing here. And it says someone is secretly yearning for you. Interesting. So, I'm having a very strong gut feeling right now. And that means I feel for a lot of you, you know who this is. And maybe it's because you've been yearning for them too, or I don't know, it feels like someone that you had to end things with or pull things away from, or just simply it just didn't work. And I don't know, recently, Leo, maybe because your season's almost here, something that, I don't know if you've seen this person face to face recently, or you've noticed they've been on your social media quite a bit. It's like this person can't let you go, Leo. This person, time to time again, always finds a way to come back into your life to try to message you to see how you're doing. Maybe for some of you, this has been like a long on and off situation that keeps going. And I feel that they think like there's a contract that still has to be fulfilled between the two of you. Someone is really looking at your photos on social media. Maybe you've posted one very recently, like just a couple days ago even, or maybe over the weekend. It's not for everyone, but pretty recently, right? And that photo, you looked really good. I don't know if it was like a thirst trap, if you meant it to kind of be a little sexy, or you're just sexy in general, so that energy kind of carries through in your pictures, right? But they've been looking at it. I think they even saved it somehow, whether that was a screenshot or whatever, right? I even just saw Snapchat, so maybe before they would screenshot your Snapchats too. But anyway, yeah, Leo, this person is really starting to send their energy your way very strongly. And I think that whether they act now or later, it's inevitable that they're coming back, or that they will be back to say, let's give this another shot. Let's give this another round. What are you doing? Can I come over? Interesting. I just saw the letter D, as in Darren, as in Danielle. First, middle, last initial can mean something to someone. And I just heard Virgo too. So for some of you, you could be dealing with a Virgo, someone with Virgo in their chart. Or maybe you have Virgo in your chart. It doesn't have to be for everyone, but let's see what they want to tell you. What is this person longing and wanting to tell you? What do they want to say that they haven't said to you, or that they want to say to you? 2 cards. Okay, they got a lot to say, Leo. You loved me when I was unlovable, and you make my soul happy. Wow. Okay, so Leo, I still feel they're very much in love with you. And that's what's making their longing even more strong, even more painful. They remember the good times. They think of you very fondly. They think of you as being like the one that got away, the one that they'll always care about, they'll always have feelings for. Even if time passes, that's never going to change what they think or feel for you. But this is interesting with the you love me when I was unlovable card. This person had a lot of wounds, as a lot of us do, right? But I feel like their wounds were very strong and very prominent during the time you guys were together. And there was a lot of triggers that they kind of had that I feel through you, Leo. I don't think you were purposely meant to trigger this person, right? That's not your energy that I'm picking up on, but it's like there was a lot through this connection with you that was reflected to them about what they still needed to heal. Jealousy, maybe vulnerability, emotional unavailability issues. And it wasn't until this connection with you, it was very clear to them what they still needed to work on, what they needed to heal. So if anything, I do want to say that during this time, you guys have been apart, you haven't been talking, whatever, they've done a lot of reflection, a lot of healing. And I even feel, Leo, they haven't really moved on to other people. I don't know if they've been, trying to post themselves going out a little bit more, but since you guys have kind of ended and stopped talking, they've been a little bit in hermit mode, a little bit more secluded. And even if, they reactivated their dating app or whatever, it's like they scroll through because it doesn't compare to you. Or if they've been on a date with people, it didn't compare to you. So they kind of ended those things after the first date because everything now is in comparison to what I had with Leo. And you made them the happiest. Wow. So honestly, I have to say here, just to make everything perfectly clear, this doesn't feel like an energy that is abusive, that is extremely toxic, that put you through a horrible turmoil of emotional, disaster. I'm not feeling narcissistic, manipulative energy here. So if that's your story, this may not be your reading. But this does feel like, with every relationship, I've been in my relationship for 12 years and there's been ups and downs. It's kind of inevitable. I know that, society likes to sell us this idea of a perfect relationship where, nothing bad ever happens. And that's not truly the case. We all have our wounds. We all have our flaws. And through each other and through me and my husband, we've been able to build a compromise and an understanding of who we are, what we want to give into this relationship, and what we're willing to sacrifice. Or you just compromise simply. And I think at the time, this person wasn't ready for that. And that's why the things, the relationship had to end, or the connection had to end between the two of you. But now I feel they've matured a lot. I don't know why it's coming through as matured, but they really have understood where they went wrong in dealing with their own triggers when it came to the connection with you or the wounds. And they really do feel like you were the light in their lives, Leo. And I think that's what's making this yearning a lot more difficult. And I think if they haven't reached out, you're like, well, if that's the case, why didn't they ever send me a message? I feel a couple things. It wasn't the right timing. They still just weren't ready. They still had to take their space. They still had to heal. And maybe even the divine had some sort of intervention within that too. But I think too, they didn't know how you would respond. They didn't know how you would react. They didn't know if you would want them back or if you wanted to keep them at bay. Interesting, I said bay because I wonder if someone lives by a body of water, lives in the Bay Area or a Bay Area. by the ocean maybe for someone out there. So very, very interesting. Okay, let's get into the tarot. I want to see this. And by the fact it says you make my soul happy, I really do feel for you guys that this is a soulmate. Now, let me clarify what a soulmate is. In my opinion, excuse me, this COVID's still kind of getting out my throat. A soulmate is someone that you have a soul contract with, that you're meant to experience a connection with, whether that is romantic, platonic, whatever. And your souls teach each other a specific lesson that is meant to help you progress on your own life path, whether it's with or without this person. We have multiple soulmates. Again, they're not just romantic. They could be family members, friends, co-workers, anyone that teaches us that prominent lesson, right? But, you know, in this case, obviously it is a romantic soulmate. And it's still very, very clear the feelings that they have for you, the deep love that they have for you, and how they've never really been able to let that go. And I wonder if the contract is fully complete between the two of you. And I wonder if you already know what I'm talking about here, or if this is just answering your question. Is there more to this story? It absolutely is. So let me get all the cards out first, and then I'll show them to you guys. Wow. Okay, Leo. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Wands. Sagittarius energy. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. You could have Sagittarius in your chart. Does not have to be the case. This, yeah, really shows me everything you two have been through together. The turmoils, the challenges. And I don't know, Leo, I almost feel like you were the one that had to let go. Now, whether that was what that means is you fully ended it, I don't know. It feels more that there was just, you tried so, so hard to make it work with this person or to hold on to this person. But Spirit recognizes it was burdening you. It was adding a load to you. You were carrying on their stones maybe. And what I mean by that is that through the pain they had, through the triggers or the wounds that were still unhealed, you know, you either felt like it was yours to take on, yours to try to fix, yours to try to heal, but someone else's healing is never our job. We can inspire, we can try to give insight into the situation for whatever someone's going through, but we can't fix someone. We can't heal someone fully, you know. Sure, our energy can help uplift someone, but they have to do the work for themselves. And I feel, Leo, there was a period of time where you recognized that their wounds were something they had to heal on their own, and that you couldn't do much more. So I do feel the Ten of Wands had to be put in place. You had to drop the situation for yourself too, because it was burdening you. And I feel like that had to be the catalyst for this person's awakening, for this person's growth. Someone really likes to wear destroyed or ripped jeans, or like jean shorts. Always someone's go-to. I'm kind of picking up as confirmation for someone. But again, with this Ten of Wands too, as we see in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, we always see this dude with a whole stack of wands on his back, looking like he's making that final push to go home, at least my interpretation, right? And I feel like this is what they're still holding on to, Leo. They still want to hold on to this, and they always have. They've always held on to you in their heart. But they did recognize that this was a lot of work. And maybe with them being unhealed, it was too much work. And that's why it wasn't the right time before. I'm seeing someone that likes to lift up the other person, pick up the other person, whether that was in those intimate sexual moments or even just like as a hug, as a greeting. Interesting. Just confirmations for someone. All right, so the center of this, Leo, is the Nine of Swords. I'm not surprised to see this at all. Gemini energy. Yeah, the thoughts of you have been continuous, have not stopped. But again, I wonder if their intuition or their ego is kind of putting some pressure on them to reach out, to contact you, to either apologize or to explain or to just put their thoughts out there that they've been holding about you for so long. With the Nine of Swords, I almost feel like they can't escape their thoughts of you. And it's kind of worrying them. And I wonder too, like if they do still follow you on social media, and if you have social media, if you don't, bear with me for a second, but they see that you've kind of started to move on, or that you are doing well for yourself, better for yourself, that, you know, you've achieved a lot for yourself, you're looking good. You know, they have kept an eye on you, whether that is through social media or again, through hearing about you, through family member, friends, whatever, right? They're worried if they don't have a chance or that the contract is over on your end. Because there's so much they still want to say. There's so much that they still want to do. And they truly do view you as their soulmate. So that, you know, the time that it's taken for them to reach out, or the pressure on them for not reaching out this far, or whatever the situation is, it's starting to weigh heavy on them to do something about it. But I think, yeah, the fears are what's trapping them from reaching out to you. The fears of rejection, the fears of you not responding. I'm hearing What Hurts the Most by, I know Cascada did a remix to the song, but I think there was a country band that did that song. You know, what hurts the most is being so close, having so much to say, watching you walk away. That's a great song. I suggest looking it up to see if it resonates with you. Comment below if you know the name of the band. I'm horrible with names. Oh, Rascal Flatts, I think. But anyway, that's the type of energy that they're carrying in regards to remembering and thinking of you right now, Leo. They miss the way you used to kiss their neck. Very sensually, very sexy. I don't know, maybe the next was a kissing spot for you, for them. What's crossing this is the Ten of Pentacles, the Virgo energy. I knew I was picking up on that. Yeah, they feel like they can't have the Ten of Pentacles with anyone else but you. It wouldn't really feel real unless it was with you. They want to have it all. They've always thought of having it all with you. The home, the marriage, the kids, and even if it's not so structural or orthodox like that, it could just be a long-term relationship. They don't feel like they could give themselves fully to anyone else but you. Even if they did mess up big time, even if their wounds were the sabotage of what you two could have, they've always thought that out of anyone they've met, that they would have this with you. I'm seeing someone with either like red bed sheets or a red couch. But this is what they're afraid that they've lost, is the opportunity and the chance of having the Ten of Pentacles with you. They don't want it with anyone else. If they have to, you know, settle for less, I guess they would have no other choice. But again, like I said, it would feel like it was more of a front with someone else than actually feeling the structure and the reliability and the trust of what it would have been like to have it with you. Now, with the Ten of Pentacles crossing this situation, there's a couple things. Some of you may have moved on to another relationship, and that could be why they definitely held it back, why they haven't reached out. Maybe some of you have remarried even. It has broken their heart if you guys moved on to another relationship. It kills them. And I'm not saying you should feel bad for it. I'm just picking up on their energy, right? crowning this reading is the Six of Cups. So Scorpio energy. Yeah, all they're left with right now is their thoughts of you, their memories of you, the good times they've had with you. There's still a picture that they've kept on their phones of you two. It looks like you guys are like on some sort of bench or at some sort of restaurant, like them holding it this way, smiling at, looking at you type of thing where you, I don't know, confirmations. But yeah, with the Six of Cups crowning the reading, this is what's leading to the longing, right? And their memories, their feelings are still very, very bound with one another in regards to you. And this is what makes them reminisce. This is what makes them miss you so, so much. And they may even still have like your jacket or something that belonged to you. Maybe a gift that you gave to them that they still keep in their like dresser or on their dresser, on their nightstand, whatever. It's hard to let you go, Leo. It's hard to let you go. Rooting this is the Two of Cups. Cancer energy. Soulmate energy. Yeah, I felt it from the start, and here it is again. There has been a contract between the two of you. You were meant to meet for a reason. And, you know, it ended. I feel that strongly because that's why the longing card is here. But on their end, they still feel there's so much more to fulfill in this. There's so much more to say in this and do in this. They feel emotionally bound to you, soul bound to you. And I wonder if that's why like their energy is coming through very, very strongly, because you feel their energy quite a bit. Randomly throughout the day, you'll start to think of them. Things that will remind you of them pop up throughout the day. And I feel that's because the emotional anchor, the emotional cord between the two of you is still very, very strong through this. And again, like this card is kind of coming up through this Two of Cups card for me. You loved me when I was unlovable. There was a profound healing that you've given them, or you were the catalyst to their healing that has not been so prominent or strong with anyone else. And that's why, you know, the bond is there between the two of you. You've helped them through a lot, the best you could, the best you did. And it was enough, Leo. Even if at the time they couldn't recognize that, at the time they didn't appreciate it, or whatever you felt it was, they get it now. And again, for this being the root of this reading, the, you know, grounding of this reading, they'll always feel this way for you. That will never change. Time won't change that for them. How you are in this situation, how they see you or feel you in this situation is the Four of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. They do feel that you're closed off. They do feel like you're keeping your distance. They do feel also, for some, not all, but a bit of resentment on your end. They feel that you're not emotionally invested in this anymore. Whether that's the truth or that's what they're afraid of with the Nine of Swords. They feel that you wouldn't be willing to give in to this. That you've closed yourself off from this, cut yourself off from this. That you wouldn't want to work on this. That you're keeping your energy to yourself. And maybe they also, I don't usually get this for the Four of Pentacles, but for someone here, I'm picking up on that you want to remain single for a while. Whether it is that you're still healing from the situation or you're just looking to see your options, you're not looking to commit fully to anyone just yet, especially after this situation. Whether they've heard you say that or they've heard you told someone that and it got back to them, whatever it is, they think you're maintaining your independence. And even if they were to ask for, you know, another go at this connection or even relationship, you would say no. The rejection would be too much for them. How you see them or how they are in this connection right now is the Four of Cups, more Cancer energy. If you have Cancer in your chart, dealing with a Cancer, I suggest checking out the Cancer reading to see if there's messages for you there, because even this reading is very similar, different, but very similar to that. 2 4s here. Your birthday could be August 4th, August 14th, perhaps July 24th for someone out there. You could be seeing 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4s everywhere. But with the Four of Cups, they're very not emotionally satisfied with their life right now. They feel that there's something missing in their life. They feel like they don't have everything. And I feel a part of that is not having you there anymore, or having you around anymore. They feel a bit rejected. But maybe, you know, with this Four of Cups, that rejection may be how you felt when they weren't willing to give that final push the way you were, when they weren't willing to open up the times you needed them to open up. They kept their emotions to themselves, and that was really the sabotage of the whole connection here. They also don't know if they deserve you with this Four of Cups here. That's something they've been struggling with too, and a reason why they've kept their distance as well. They don't know if they deserve it all, especially with what you guys have been through. I do want to clarify this Four of Cups to get a little bit more specific. Here, ooh, the Lovers. Gemini energy, Taurus energy for me as a reader. And then the Queen of Cups. Whoa, more Cancer energy. Yeah, you've done so much for them, and they felt like they couldn't measure up. They couldn't repay you. They couldn't give you what you needed emotionally at the time. But, you know, a realization came in, whether it was during the separation or slowly but surely throughout, you know, the time that it has taken for it all to come down to this. They really realized you guys are lovers, are each other's divine counterparts. They are so firm in that, Leo, that this was not the way it was supposed to be. And they put a lot of blame on themselves. They really do. They feel like they missed out on their opportunity when they had every chance. They blew it. But they're still in love with you. They're still in love with you. And again, I don't think that will change. I do feel they want to give you an apology. Whether it's because they're hoping for a second chance or because you deserve to hear it. That has been on the back of their mind. That is something that they're well aware of. But yeah, this is totally confirming me that they are still clearly in love with you, but don't know if they can move forward with this or that they deserve it. Wow. All right, Leo, to see the likely outcome of this situation, what is likely to happen and unfold, what are they likely to do by the end of July, we're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to show you the likely outcome of the situation, what's likely to happen and unfold. I'm also going to pull oracle cards as well to dive deeper into this connection to hopefully give you more clarity on if this is worth trying to pursue whatever happens. So if you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box and you'll find the link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where we depart, Leo, I really hope that this has resonated with you in some way, that this has given you clarity, insight, healing, and guidance in regards to your love life. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Leo, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Leo.